In the state of Florida, all of the professional boards, like the Board of Medicine, the Board of Nursing, the Board of Psychology, they're all under the umbrella agency, the Department of Health. So the Department of Health is the overall agency. The professional boards are beneath those agencies. So when a complaint is filed, it doesn't matter if you send it into the Board of Medicine or whoever, it will ultimately wind up with the Department of Health. The investigators who investigate those cases all work for the Department of Health. So it will be investigated by the Department of Health by investigators that are assigned that do that all the time, full-time, and there are offices all over the state that have those investigators in them. There's one right here in downtown Orlando at the state office building. And they go out, they investigate the case, they will interview the person that filed the complaint, they will interview all the witnesses involved, they will pick up medical records if there are medical records involved, they'll pick up billing records, they will do interviews of witnesses, and they will file a report that goes back to the Department of Health. Well, you typically see medical negligence. There are a lot of medical negligence cases that are filed, and they can come from any source. They wouldn't necessarily originate with the Board of Medicine or the Department of Health, although they could. Most of them are filed by patients. There's an online process that you can follow. You can go online for the Florida Department of Health, and there's a complaint procedure there where you fill out the form. There's an 800 number, a hotline that you can call and file a complaint. But the Board of Medicine and the Department of Health also pick up complaints. They hire news services and monitor newspapers, for example, across the state, and any time that there is something that affects a doctor's license, if a doctor is arrested for a criminal act, if a doctor is arrested for DUI, for example, the clipping service sends a copy of that clipping into the Department of Health, and a complaint is opened against that doctor. That's something that few doctors even realize that happens.
And so let's just take this: a doctor receives a DUI.
Right.
They are automatically can be picked up by the Board of Medicine. Now the Board of Medicine is investigating whether or not their license should be suspended or taken away.
That is correct,
and
yes.
That's where you might then represent that doctor.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Now, and it will depend, too, because in America, of course, a person is innocent until proven guilty. So most of the times they wait until the process with the criminal charge against the doctor for DUI, for example, or possession of drugs. We've had a lot of doctors charged with possession of drugs or illegal drugs like cocaine or marijuana until that process is over in the criminal courts, because if they're found innocent, then there may be no follow-up action, but a lot of times there is. And a lot of times if the Board of Medicine or the Department of Health suspects that the physician is impaired, if he's an addict or an alcoholic, or she's an addict or an alcoholic. And I say physician, although it could be a nurse or a psychologist or a physical therapist, any of the professions. If they are found to be impaired, they're often referred to a special program that the Board of Medicine has to treat impaired physicians and healthcare practitioners.